two lads that have won that lower division of
Yeah.
the youth double sculls, whether that's Western Albemarle crew in here, Henry Matthews and Hayden Snyder. If that's their competition, they've got to be fast, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there they are, starting, well, below 1,000 metres. That's a 1,000-metre boy there. They're pretty much straight. I kind of think third from the top has just got to come into it a little bit, and that's the TBC crew. Gone pretty level now. And everyone's really tight. There's loads of shouting here at the finish for one of the race before this, Division 2, that's just finishing. If you can hear that noise in our headphones. But this is of the elite race, the Craig Riediger Men's Youth Double at the North Carolina Rowing Championships.
Yeah, tough start for Granby there. It looks as though they're stroke or two, so they got off to a bad start. It'll be interesting to see if they can, you know, get back on top of things and get the boat moving. But right now, right out the gate, we're looking at lane 5. It looks as though TriStar is an early lead.
Yeah, TriStar really blowing the opposition away in this first. That is Lee in the stroke seat for TriStar, Nolan Lee and William Giuseppe. I think I've seen that name before. It might not be their first race here.
Yeah.
But it is very even, actually, isn't it? I mean, they've got that lead at the front, but I think, is that the crew over there on the far side that has just shaken up the contest? Is that TBC? Just moving over there. And the crew on the top side of the course, well, we said Western Albemarle, we said they were going to be there. And surely they are there, right on the top of the course. Those two athletes, you can see them there. They're not in the lead. I think, well, we're looking at, I think that would be the Williamsburg crew.
That is the Williamsburg crew. I think the Granby crew sort of, they didn't make, they had that little bobble off the start. Now it looks as though that Williamsburg crew is moving out a little bit there. But on the far side, they have, is that Western Albemarle?
Yeah, I'm
like
going,
way over there?
Yeah, I'm going for Western Albemarle.
All right. So
Williamsburg, I mean, really good. I think looking at their back end of the stroke, more clean, just a little more effective. They look pretty loose and relaxed, don't they, those boys, as they come on to the recovery. And that's certainly giving them some speed over the water. Paul and Evan Blinn. And, well, they are dominating that Western Albemarle crew on the far side. It's so difficult, isn't it, when you're in someone in lane 1 and someone in lane 8, and you're trying to keep track of your position.
Yeah, and I think you've alluded to this. Well, that's when you just keep your head in the boat. Like, you know they're over there, so the goal is to get to a place where to turn your head, but you know that they're behind you, and so you know right now. We've turned the screws a bit. Those young men from Williamsburg, Porter Redgate and Evan Blinn, moving quite well now. You're right. The finishes could be a little bit cleaner, but you know, at the end of the day, if they're moving that boat, they're into the last 250 meters now.
They're not going to get caught.
Yeah.
Barring accidents, they're not going to get caught. That's been a fantastic result. That crew from Virginia.
Yeah,
they're even moving away, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Great race for silver and bronze medals in this.
Look at that race right there. So right above them, they have there's Elizabeth City, but in lane 5 we can see TriStar Rowing, Elizabeth City, and then over there in lane 8, Western Albemarle.
So Williamsburg and I think TriStar have just kind of missed out there. Was that TBC? I couldn't spot them. Yeah. Western Albemarle, they kind of tied up at the end, didn't they, a little bit?
Finishing up in lane 4, Triad United.
So is that the first time?
Augusta Rowing.
Is that the first time we've seen a Williamsburg win here on the TV races we've covered?
As far as I can recall.
Yeah.
You know, we took the kids to Colonial Williamsburg last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a great adventure. They have the whole sort of old-time people all in character.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, the race was over 1,000 metres, and I know you spoke about that, and it's beautiful, those historic places that you see like Williamsburg, and you kind of identified that you've got a club from there, and racing here in the.
I think the point that the greater point though is that it's really cool to see these clubs from all over the country, you know, sort of growing, you know, like growing in Williamsburg. It's, you know,
names,
you just,
like, I think that's the Chickahominy River.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know that river, but that's where I think they row in William.
Well, that's a great bit of research there I had.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting to use the opportunity. Williamsburg would have won that if it was over 1,500 metres. I mean, they just had the.
I mean, I think for me, you know, the way they were rowing very consistently, like they were doing a good job of relaxing. They clean up those finishes a little bit. Yeah. That was my only concern, and that's why I think Western Albemarle might have a chance.
I'm with you on that, and I think what's interesting, and I don't know, like the drone shot made their finishes look a little more messy than the side shot did.
True.
I think what they had was that fluidity, relaxation forward.
Yeah.
I definitely think they can find more speed.
100%.
Yeah. So.